Homegrown Radio.
Hello, hi, my name is Tsholo, hashtag Hope for the Nation. This is Soul Cafe, we are back, and yes, I am with the one, the only, Dimakatso, Mookodi! Yay! Yes! How are you doing, my darling?
I'm great, and how are you?
Oh, I'm Julian, fabulous city fella.
I'm so happy to be at Homegrown.
Yeah,
today.
welcome.
I feel like I'm a homegrown person.
No, you are.
Yeah.
Everything that is bound to grow, it has to be here.
Definitely.
You know, we start from the ground and we evolve and we go up there. And that's where I'm seeing you.
Thank you so
Hey,
much.
I'm a girl, I can see you well. I want us to talk. I actually want us to have
These lights, man, the future is too bright.
I know that it's too bright, but we need to see each other's eyes because today we are sharing about a very sensitive topic, yet people think that they know about it. You know, HIV is out there, and at the same time, people are so scared of it, and there's a stigma, and there's a whole lot of conspiracies about it. So here with us, we're having Dimakatso Mookodi, who has been living with the disease for 20 whole years. She's got so many titles to her name. We'll talk more about that towards the end of the show. Now we're focusing on the HIV issue. So, Harkenetabe Musaj. Bagati inside.
You ready?
Yeah, we're ready now. So I wanted to know, how was your reaction when you found out that you HIV positive? How did you even find out? Did you just wake up in the morning and like, I'm going to test and, you know?
Hey, okay, so I'm gonna try and cut it short.
Yeah.
Ne? For the sake of time.
Mm.
So what happened is that I was at school, I was studying, doing drama. And we had this teacher who used to say, you must take care of ourselves and what, you know? And whenever you feel something strange in your body, don't sit.
Yeah.
Go and consult, get to the doctor. So I had swollen glands for some strange reason. Yeah, I used to have, they're gone.
Wow.
So I had swollen glands at the time. So I was like, okay, let me go check what these glands are.
Oh my God.
Because they were not sore or anything. So I went and I checked, and then the doctor said, you know what, maybe you should do an HIV test.
Yeah.
I was like, HIV, okay. Then he sent me to, back then, 20 years ago, remember, there were no this pricking things. So you had to go and test and wait. So I went to some Joburg hospital, I think, and went to do my test, waited for like 7 to 14 days for my results.
Sure.
So during the waiting period, I had to do some self-counseling.
Yeah.
You know, that the results can come either way. You know, they could be positive, they could be negative.
Yeah.
So I must be ready for any outcome.
Yeah.
So eventually when they did come out, then they said they are positive. So my reaction to it was already, if I was positive yesterday, this is still me. You know?
Yes.
So finding out about the results, the positive results, did not change the fact that I am still me. The only difference is that now I know that I have HIV and I need to just do things differently.
Okay.
That was my reaction.
How old were you, Mike?
I was 20 going for, I was turning 21 that year. So like, and I'm actually, this year it will be 21 years in May. I will be living with HIV for 21 years.
Look at
So
you.
it's full circle. I'm turning 42 this year. Yes.
You look 15, Miguel. Our generation.
If there's one thing that HIV gave me, it's a new leaf in life, you know? I decided to live, but live responsibly.
Yes.
But also live my life to the fullest, because then I was like, I could die anytime. But now I know that, you know what, really I could die anytime.
Exactly.
But it could be anything. So that's how I live my life.
Sure, that's amazing. Hey, so you don't really know how you got it and all that. Did you just see the lens and that's it?
You know what? the chances are that I got it. When I was 19, I got raped.
Oh.
That's the possibility.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
All right.
But also, when I went to test, I was in a steady relationship. And we were not condomizing.
My God.
So that's another possibility. I could have gotten it before or when I went to test during the time I was in a relationship.
Okay.
So with HIV, unfortunately, you don't really know, especially if like there's like an incident like rape that happened. You know what I mean? Because it's at that time we didn't do tests immediately. Couldn't just, and also because with rape and the stigma and everything that comes with being raped as a woman is that you are at first your reaction to rape, which is, I didn't think we were gonna go there, but let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Dive in.
The reaction to rape is maybe I was at fault. Why did I go with this guy? Especially if it's not that rape that somebody finds you in the street and they take you to the bushes.
Yeah.
When you are being raped by someone you thought you knew.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you're like, what just happened? Okay, maybe I was partly responsible for this to happen. So then you brush it off and you act like nothing happened.
Yeah.
So you don't deal with it at the time. So that's what how I dealt with the rape issue at the time. When I was 19, nobody knew. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell my parents. It was just something that's just happened to me and my little secret. Until such a time that it came to haunt me 19 years later.
Yes.
So that's when I dealt. So, but it could have happened then. It could have happened when I was in a relationship. So hence, even when people said, no, this guy infected you, I'm like, I'm not even going to blame the guy because I don't know.
Sure.
Chances are I could have infected him. What I was supposed to do in that relationship, I was supposed to be responsible for my own choices.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that nobody gets blamed for what happens to me. The only thing anyone can get blamed for is the person that raped me. That one took something that didn't belong to him, which I did not consent to. So we can fight that one.
Sure.
But the one I was in a relationship with,
Yeah.
yes, maybe he didn't tell me. If he was, you know, the responsible thing to do was to tell me. But he didn't. If he was, I don't know even today. He's dead.
Sure.
Well, they shot him. He didn't die of HIV. So
Yes.
I still can't know.
You still don't know.
So we're not going to even try and
go that
dwell
far.
on that
Yeah.
one.
So, what would you say, like, is the responsibility of a person who is in any other relationship in order for them not to find themselves in a situation whereby they contract the disease? What is the let's say you're HIV positive, I'm HIV negative. I don't know that you're positive. What's my responsibility if I'm in any other relationship as an individual? Because I will amalanga cho sangena siyaphuma siyashaya siyaphuma it's hormonati man. But now we don't think about this thing, you know?
Like, guys, you know, there's a word in the street that people fear having children more than they fear having HIV.
Talk about it.
Like, even when people condomize lately, they are not condomizing to prevent themselves from getting any STDs or HIV. They are actually condomizing so that there's no child.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, people think that because Dima is living her great life, it's easy. It's not. Days are not the same. You know, days are not. Having to live with an incurable disease.
Sure. Pills everything.
It can be easy. Like, it's tiring. Everything is tiring. I had actually taken a break from talking about HIV for like the past 5-7 years.
It's been a while.
Because I was HIV talk fatigued.
Sure.
Yes.
Wow.
Like, it's tiring.
Yeah.
You just, like, because it becomes a label as well that, Dima, the HIV activist. I'm not an activist.
Either.
I'm just living with HIV.
Yeah.
So, anyway, what should people do? Like, the responsible thing to do, guys, is to love yourself. Like, love yourself enough to protect yourself.
Yeah.
If there is something that you don't want. If you don't want a child, Akira, you protect yourself from not
Exactly.
having a child.
Exactly.
If as a woman, you would go to
Family
family planning,
planning.
you will take your whatever pill or injection, whatever you take to not have a child because you're like, I'm not ready. Are you ready to live with an incurable disease for the rest of your life?
Talk
do
about
the same thing that
Talk
you
about
do
it.
when you don't want a child. Like, protect yourself. Like, insist on having a condom used. Insist on going for tests together.
Yes.
You know?
Before the deed is
Like,
done.
I know it's easier said than done.
Hey,
it's
bruh.
easier said than done,
Telling
guys.
you.
Like, trust me, I'm not the god of responsibility. But that's the responsible thing to do, honestly. Like, there's no other way.
Yeah, taking care of yourself and making sure that all the time when you get into a new relationship, go and test it, bruh. Otherwise, I came out headache. So, okay, let's off ramp a little bit. Now, you are a married woman, again.
Yes, I'm married.
10 years
10 years on the 26th of April, baby.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
So I want to know, how were you able to disclose your status? Are you guys okay? It's not okay to disclose somebody else's status. Let's focus on you.
On mine.
So yes, were you able to disclose to your hubby, and how did you do it, knowing that people usually don't disclose? They just get in there. Hence, I wanted us to go to the part whereby the negative partner, what must they do? They must be responsible, right? So now on your side, because of you are in a lifelong journey, what did you do? And hey,
I honestly, this is what I have done with any other partner, even before I met my husband.
Okay.
When I meet you and you meet me and you have an interest and I do have an interest in you, the first thing to get out of the way was my status. You know, which is not fair because I never got to know other people's statuses.
You know,
they just knew mine and I didn't know theirs.
Exactly.
But anyway, that was my choice. I decided that's how I'm gonna deal with it. So I disclosed to my husband before he became my boyfriend. When we were still talking, sharing. Okay, listen, bruh, I'm gonna give you a choice. Me, I'm good on choice. Like, choice is, I will give that to you as a gift. So I carried the gift of choice with me wherever I go. So I was like, I'm giving you a choice to be in this, if you want to be in this relationship with me or not to be in it. Before we even go far, you know? So this is my status. I'm living with HIV, and you know, this is how, if you get into this relationship, this is how things are gonna be done. Like, I was actually not planning to have a child. We'll get there anyway when we.
Okay.
So there's not gonna be a child coming out of this.
Why?
Because I'm protecting you, and I want to protect the human being that may or may not, you know, I don't want to bring a child into this world with me in this state because I don't even know how long I'm here for. So then he was like, no, it's fine with me, honestly. But then I'm like, we need to know your status if we are going to do this long term. This was the only guy I was like, we need to know your status. Because I've been with guys after, but I never really got to knowing their status. So I was feeling guilty here all alone and being like, hey, now you know what I mean? Well, else I don't know. We're not to any. What didn't I?
Exactly.
So he was like, no, it's fine. I'm willing. And we went, and his results were negative. And obviously, I was like, so since now you know for a fact that your results are negative, are you willing to stay in this with me? With my status?
Yes.
It's like, I'm willing. Let's go.
Okay.
I loved you for you, not what you come with. So that's love at its purest that God has granted me.
That's very beautiful.
But also, I prayed for it.
Yeah.
I honestly, I was tired.
Yeah.
Of kissing frogs.
I know, I was
really tired. And because at the time, I was doing a lot of HIV talks. And I'm this beautiful woman talking about, hey, I'm good. But there was something missing. I missed love.
Yeah.
The purest love that I'm talking about now. I wanted to be loved for who I am.
For who you are.
And I actually prayed about it. I was like, God, listen here. You know what? Hey man, is this a punishment now? Like, mpemoto. But also, you know what? Just to tell a different story. I really wanted to change the narrative that people living with HIV, hey, there's no love.
Yeah.
There is love, guys. You just have to find the right person.
But now, how do you protect your husband from contracting HIV? I had this thing about PrEP, you know. So how exactly do you?
So my husband is not on PrEP or any other medication. I'm the only one who's on meds.
Okay.
Yes, guys, I've been. So how I protect him is that, and I guess this is taking us to now us having a child and obviously. So, excuse me, is that I'm on my treatment. So because I take my treatment regularly as and when I'm supposed to.
Yes.
My viral load.
Yes.
Is undetectable.
Lower than undetectable. It's been 20 years.
Exactly.
It's suppressed.
So it's suppressed.
Yes.
So for as long as I'm taking, underline, for as long as I'm taking treatment.
Yes.
I'm almost the same as somebody who doesn't have HIV.
Repeat that. Please look at the camera. I need you to speak that louder.
For as long as I'm on my meds, I'm as good as somebody who does not have HIV.
Hallelujah.
Because my viral load is undetectable. It's suppressed. It's dormant.
Yes.
But as soon as I can live like I don't have HIV and stop taking my meds, viral load shoots up and my CD4 counts, they drop. So what the medication does is that it suppresses the viral load and it boosts your CD4 count.
Yeah.
And then you are as healthy as I look and you become as beautiful as I am.
And as successful as she is, because you're about to know who she is. And here's another thing. Another point is that the nicest thing is that you have a husband. You're not kissing frogs again.
No, baby.
So for people who are still kissing frogs, sorry. For people who are still maybe not married and you decide to change your partner and stuff, reinfection too.
Chomi, that one, honestly, for as long as you are still kissing frogs, guys, please, just stick to condomizing.
Be careful.
Just stick to taking your medication and please don't even don't try because obviously yes, you don't know the person that you are engaging with sexually. So you don't know them, you don't know where they've been, you don't know where they go to, And even me, honestly, there's nothing better, even when you are married.
Yeah.
Truth is, my husband could be going out and doing things outside. You know what I mean? I could be going out and doing things outside. The one thing that we need to do is to continuously protect each other. When you go out and do something, think about the other person. Don't be selfish.
Yes.
So being selfless will make you remain loyal to one partner. Guys, it's overrated. Cheating is overrated. There's no need. Aguna need.
Smally, swimming pool.
Guys, cheating is overrated. Let's stop it, guys. It's out of fashion. It's outdated.
And then, what pushed you to be the woman that you are? I actually want you to tell your viewers who you are, business-wise. Let me go get that. Let me go get that.
I thought we were here about HIV, guys.
It is, but at the same time, there is something that might have pushed you to be who you are. And how, I don't know. I mean, we must talk about the woman that you are.
Truth.
Because a lot of people, when they talk HIV, they talk, what do you call it? Death sentence.
Death sentence.
Do you get it?
It's not.
So now, if you have lived the whole 20 years, it's going to actually help somebody else who just got infected today to know exactly who you are.
Okay.
You know?
Honestly, HIV, like I said, gave me a new leaf in life. HIV, the very HIV, was a blessing in disguise for me. Like, I honestly thought, okay, this can't be the end of my life.
Exactly.
I can't exit life like this. You know?
Yes.
I must exit on a very powerful note if I'm going to exit.
Yes.
So then I decided to venture into business.
Okay, tell us more.
I decided to venture into business. I didn't want to be known as, you know, Dima, that lady who lived with HIV. I wanted to be remembered as Dima, the icon of hope.
Yes.
The lady who beat the odds against HIV and took on everything that came her way, and made it a success. So I started, the first company I started was Mookodi Creative Consultant, which is still running. And we produce radio ads for African radio stations. And then I then ventured into writing books for children.
Yes.
So I've got that, which is Bio Literature. I write children's storybooks in African languages. I'm very big on African languages, you know, because I feel like as Black people, our children, we take them to private schools, they lose who they are.
Exactly.
In like the private school culture. So at least the book will remind them that
The roots.
you know. And then while I was at it, I decided to go into the manufacturing, fashion and lifestyle.
She's wearing her
which is
label, guys.
What
you don't
I'm
understand.
now currently pushing. It's called, my brand is called J Quindom.
Yes, ma'am.
And I manufacture bags, very stylish laptop bags, kiddies bags, nappy bags, all type of bags. And now I've just recently introduced the fashion line, clothes and shoes. So just follow J Quindom and you will get to see what we are all about. J Quindom with a K, baby.
You're the king, baby.
I am the
yeah,
king.
baby.
I am the king.
And the last words to the viewers as we're wrapping up.
The last words to the viewers is that, guys, do not let circumstances define who you are. You know, they are just but there to reshape who you could be. So you can be anything that you want to be as long as you set your mind to it. If you can dream it, you can do it.
Halala! If you can dream it, you can do it. This
Thank
is
you.
Soul Cafe. We will see you again next time. This is your girl Tsholo. #Hope for the Nation.